couple of minutes before I have to go inside. And just wanted to say hi, because I didn't get a chance to yesterday. I do have a blog post from yesterday going up, hopefully in just a few minutes. First, along with, making sure I'm up to date on the Pinterest boards and everything. And then when Jim gets in, we're gonna build, well, hopefully they're already built, but we have some platforms we went and bought wood for on Thursday. We went and bought wood on Thursday for some platforms. Hopefully they've got a few built already, but if not, we're gonna build some and leg them and flip them so that we start having a stage. Alright. So I'm on the stage right now, and I think I've shown you it from like way up there. That's where I was when I was showing you the furthest lighting position that we have. But we have our second catwalk there, and then the first catwalk I was on is actually directly above us. We have this shell, the sound shell, and then the lights, like right there. You can sort of see the reflection off the lenses. Stage is really dark right now because we only have a few of the wave lights on, and of course our ghost light. The ghost light goes out every night, just for safety, because you can fall off the edge of the stage and that'd be terrible. I mean, it really would suck because it's a couple foot drop in pitch black darkness without the ghost light. So yeah, we're hoping to get the platforms out here today, and they'll go up stage for Seussical. And then I can start working on lighting, which I love lighting in this space, but I also hate it. The reason I love it is because we don't generally have to use like lifts or ladders or anything, because we have a fly rail, which is this thing over here. This one. Yay, video light. Video light is amazing because you can see things. So this is our fly rail. We've got quite a few flies, but it allows us to just bring in the battens. Instead of having to climb up to them, which is nice. So I'm gonna make my way up to the booth, put my stuff down, and get started. One of the things that I'm tasked with, or I've been tasked with, in addition to like normal building and lighting type stuff, is making this place a little more user friendly. So I'm in the process of making and updating some instruction sheets, because oftentimes we have volunteers that come in and run the sound, and well, not the sound, we have volunteers that come in and run the lights for us, because I can't necessarily commit that time to run every show. I do run some shows, but most of the time I just design and hang and focus. So this is was the first draft of my Element operating instructions. Since then we've been through a couple more additions, I guess, that have become more and more user friendly, because those instructions, while they were good memory joggers for people who know how to run the board, they were not so good for people who were just coming in and had no idea, especially because we just got this new board this summer. So it's relatively new to the facility still. So now the instruction sheets that I'm making have very explicit, hit this button and then that button and then hit enter type instructions, and they also have pictures, snapshots of the screen, snapshots of the board, so that the operator would know exactly what I'm referencing. And then, so the light board one is pretty much done. We've had a couple of people test it. Thank you, Allie. Allie's our art curator, so, you know, running a light board is like the opposite of, you know, what she normally does, which was a very good test for the instructions. The next set of instructions that I need to work on is for basic use of the sound system, including, you know, turning on all the equipment, setting up microphones, some minor troubleshooting things. And so that's one of the things that I will be working on in some sort of spare time around here. Hey guys, I am in Lightroom right now. We just finished up our production meeting and I'm actually just getting ready to go home, but I need to check to see if we had some gel. That way, if we don't, I can order it, or have Jim order it, so it gets here in time and all the things go through the right channel. What we're going for, blacklight effect, which is a little more difficult than it might seem because we can't actually purchase blacklights. Theatrical blacklights would obviously work the best because they're going to be the highest power source, and what I mean by that is like true blacklight. And we also don't have it in the budget to purchase fluorescent blacklights because we'd have to get the housings, and it's just, we don't have it. We're going for quick fix, which is mixing Roscoe 383, which is Congo blue, and Roscoe 375, which is cerulean blue. And basically what that's going to do is take out all the visible spectrum and leave the UV light in. Now that sounds all great because we're getting the UV that we want, but it doesn't actually give us more UV light. And tungsten instruments have very little UV light to begin with, so that's where the problem comes in. But anyway, that's the fix that we're going with. It'll give us an effect, and I'm hoping that we can get enough instruments gelled that way and in the right spots to give us a good effect.